Glamour Fearless, it's Mr. Divabetic in the West Village getting ready to raise awareness for diabetes in a fun new way. Today I'm talking to Marina, the founder of the Diabetes organization. Hi Marina.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Now you have an amazing organization I hear all about, but first I want to hear a little bit more about yourself and your health because you are living with diabetes, so tell everyone a little bit about your story.
Yes, I have been living with type 1 since I was 2 years old. My health through disease is very well, actually. I am a puppeteer and a clown and a performing artist.
I heard that you married your diabetes.
This is true.
Now tell us, you had a ceremony. What is that all about?
Okay, so yes. So I have come to a position with my diabetes after a quarter of a century of having it that as a matter of fact I no longer struggle and resist and fight it, but I have come, one can say, to love it. And I thought, what is the strongest act of commitment and devotion to myself than an act of marriage?
After you married yourself, the diabetes was kind of the honeymoon? Like, what was the journey that got you to want to start your own organization?
Well, I married my diabetes just a few weeks ago. The organization started.
You're a newlywed.
Yes.
Now, I want, in all seriousness, I think it's amazing that you chose to marry your diabetes and have this kind of commitment ceremony and kind of honor the idea of what that partnership is between you and your diabetes. I wish more people watching would kind of take that on and hear more about it.
It's funny that you say that because one, so just so you know that by committing to my disease, I actually commit to my health. So by committing to my health, I commit to myself. So ultimately it was me writing a vow of commitment towards myself, which is an incredibly empowering action.
Let's talk about the Diabetes organization because it's so out of the box. I love this concept. So tell everyone what it is. It's Divabetic.org, by the way.
Yes, it's Divabetic.org. The Diabetes organization is bringing a support service into healthcare that places the experience of illness into the practice of healthcare. It is story-driven. We are using the tools of theater, which is puppetry, emotional connection, authentic engagement, comedy, humor, and emotional honesty to basically support.
There's a crowd loving it as much as I do.
We actually create an engagement that is very deep and very safe for people to process their many emotions with the support of healthcare providers as well. So we work in partnership.
You're working with educators on stage, or
not on, what we define as a stage is the medical office, the healthcare facility, the community center, the school, the diabetes camps. Forget about the stage, forget about lights, forget about all of what you think theater is.
No, that's the best part of being a divabetic. Okay, I will forget it for you.
I think being a divabetic starts right here in the soul and the heart and grows out, so wherever that happens. And the transaction of theater can happen anywhere. And we are bringing the power of theater into healthcare facilities.
And how do you think a puppet actually helps you carry that out? Like, why did you choose that instrument?
Well, one, diabetes is an invisible illness. So this gives voice and body and face to an invisible condition. Two, it lets you look and externalizes the process. So you can talk to the thing that is driving you nuts, or you can be in relationship with it, and you can literally see it.
Well, guess what, everybody? I love to play games, and I have one of my new games. It's called Shady Sugar.
Okay.
In my bag, darling. She's a puppeteer. This should be fun. I have 3 popular drinks because it's hot out. It's summer. We all like a cold beverage. You have to tell me which one you think has the most added sugar.
Okay.
First option is a Red Bull energy drink.
So I can't look at the nutrition label.
Do you read your nutritional?
Of course I do.
What do you look at first, the sugar or the carbs?
I look at the carbs. I think this one has the most amount of sugar.
You're going with the Red Bull?
It's not this one. It's and not because I know this. I think it's between these two.
It's actually the Red Bull. But you'd be shocked at how much is in the VitaCoco Lemonade.
Because it has the pure one has less.
All right, so when people talk about diabetes, you've been living with it for over a quarter of a century.
Not half yet, but we'll get there.
And then we'll have an anniversary party for you. All right, so people don't think about looking at carbs, they look at sugar. What do you think they should remember on the nutrition label? Because a lot of people watching this are living with type 2, not type 1.
Absolutely.
And they have more awareness around the concept of sugar, not that much awareness around carbs.
I think you need to look at the total carbohydrates, and then you need to look at the fiber content, which comes right under the carbohydrates, and then you need to subtract the amount of fiber from the carbohydrates, especially if you're taking insulin. Many types 2s do. Because that's actually what gives you what's affecting your blood sugar.
Darling, you are such a Divabetic. What's one of your favorite tips to give people to keep them happy and healthy?
It's going to be a song.
I'm ready for it.
My body is my temple, and in it I will dwell. And if you don't like it, then you can go to hell.
I just hosted my first comedy show at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club. And if you want to laugh a little, learn a lot, check out all my videos on Mr. Divabetic's YouTube channel and tune into our free monthly podcast at divabetic.org. Thanks for watching.